What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio One Tutorials.com. If you haven't been by the site to check out Love and MIDI Pro Trap Soul MIDI drums, go ahead. Love and Lean, Love and MIDI. Anyway, you guys want to check that out. It is an amazing kit. It's been doing really well on the site, and I have not expected the success I've gotten off of these two MIDI packs. So if you guys have any requests for stuff that you want to see, whether it be like a type of chords thing or whatever, just hit me up and I'll go ahead and get to work on that, because that's something I could definitely do for you guys all day. This is a commentary video based on the little shit show that llmind started today, talking about basically indie beat producers, type beat producers, and things of that nature. And it's different. It's a lot different from like the BusyWorks Beats one, because I really feel that llmind was coming from a place of love and a genuine wanting to have a genuine discussion about it. Now, if you don't know about llmind, just pause this video and Google him, so you don't just like brush this off and think that he's just like some fuckboy that sells samples online. Like, this dude is a legit talented beast of a producer. He's a genuine person who genuinely wants to help the beat community. His podcast is amazing. His samples are dope as fuck. His tutorials, or if you're a quantized beat producer, they'll make you be like, oh god, because this dude plays everything live, bounces it to audio. Beasts on Pro Tools 9, still using Battery 3. Like, it goes to show that it's the talent, not the tool. So anyhow, I got into I follow him on Twitter, and I start seeing all these tweets, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. Because he's talking about these $50 beats, you're basically just copying what's out, doing these indie rappers a disservice. Also, you can generate 1 year's salary and allow for yourself to make beats for a living, but not truly be great. Is that enough? Is that what you want for the rest of your life? Make beats all day for struggle rappers? I don't know, man. To me, a music producer is responsible to be great and give back to the world in abundance. Music being the medium. Artists need us. They can't do this shit alone. They need your respect. They need your effort. You need your time, inspiration, love, and attention. Moral stories: you believe in an artist, make time to work with them for free, and all parties are inspired. That will pay off. People are out here grabbing these small ass bags way too early, not actually investing in the long term. You think that your producer fee is how you make money. It's all about publishing. Selling beats at indie prices to indie artists is just a way to delay yourself from truly being great. Stop selling, start investing. What's the least speed anyway? Ultimately, my rant comes down to happiness. Creating music that you truly want to create all day, every day should be the goal. I'm speaking on the perspective that our passionate music creator would want to really reach a level of greatness. But not everybody wants to be great. I'm sorry if I offended anybody who makes a living from selling to indie rappers. It's really hard. The struggle rapper is inspired by your beats, but you're not inspired by them. That's a pretty shitty place, pretty shitty relationship to create music in. So that's where I'm going to stop, so you guys kind of get the gist. If you want to read more of it, just go to llmind's Twitter, and all the tweets are up, and you can read the replies. Some of the most famous internet producers that get money responded to this, and I'm not going to comment on anything that they said, because that's on them. You can read it, but I want to comment on llmind's ideas and everything, because I thought they were really interesting. At first, when I was reading, I was like, damn, dude, like, because llmind is someone I'm a genuine fan of, and I was kind of in the fields, because I was like, wow, this guy is talking about like me, like I'm a piece of shit, bro. llmind thinks I'm a piece of shit. Well, fuck llmind, bro. And then I started reading it a little bit more. I'm like, yo, but there's some really amazing points on here, like, what I mean. And the thing is, like, dude, I'm from South Florida, bro. I'm from Miami. Like, this, like, we hustle, dude. Like, if you ever been down to Miami, you would understand. Like, it's a very materialistic culture. It's all about being hot. It's all about just dressing, looking good, having a pretty girl, having a dope car, going to the club in VIP, having a bottle, like, being on a boat, like everything is all about money. So if they're like my friends, you know, my family, everybody, my cousins, everybody I ever grew up around always had a hustle mentality. So that has translated over, you know, into my music. Like, you guys see me, I fucking hustle, dude. Like, I'm in this room every single day, making tracks, making videos, creating products. You know, that's what I do. And so of course I was offended when somebody that I didn't know but look up to pretty much, like, pointed out to me and people like me and said, hey, you guys don't want to be great. And I don't really agree with that, because I kind of feel like the whole thing with that is there is a market for leases. It exists, and it's not gonna go away. You know what I mean? There's rappers that are gonna pay for leases, you know. And I'm gonna stop right there because I want this to be more organized. But the part that really got me, that makes sense, is the struggle rap is inspired by your beats and you're not inspired by them. Which that kind of speaks to this point right here. You're paying rent by selling beats. Now you've amassed a catalog of shitty songs from shitty struggle rappers, and that fucked me up, because I have a lot of songs out there that have my name on it that I don't necessarily fuck with. You know what I mean? And I've got videos. I got videos on YouTube. Like if you go find them with the beats are dope, and they've got dope features from rappers that you've heard of, but it's obviously a situation where this dude is paying everybody involved, you know. And I'm embarrassed of that, dude. I don't advertise it. I don't link it on my channel. I don't have a playlist of those videos, you know, even though they've got, you know, big views. And it's because of this. So this really touched me. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, I have because I've been in that space before, for myself, because I feel in order to make music, you know, you got to find a balance between the hustle and the creativity. And I do have my hustle mode. I have my tight beats, you know. I teach you guys how to make tight beats so you can produce and exist in this lease beat marketplace, because I think it's a great opportunity. I really do. The market isn't going anywhere, so we're just gonna stop leasing beats. Fuck that. We're not gonna do that. But at the same time, what this made me realize, and this isn't what I speak on enough, is you do need to have passion projects. You do need to work with people for free. You do need to step up and find an artist that you do love, and say, like, yo, like, we're gonna do this together. I'm inspired by you, you're inspired by me, and it's gonna make everything you do better. And because when you work in a creative space where there's a genuine excitement and joy, music does come out better. That's not a lie. That is 100%, because we're talking about, like, legit spiritual vibrations, bro. Like, we are the gods, you know what I mean? We are creators, literally, you know what I mean? We take these inanimate objects called speakers, and from what comes from our mind, they pump out air, and that turns into a sonic landscape. And when you really think about it, it's fucking trippy and amazing. And you need to always be in contact and in touch with that part of the creative process. But at the same time, bro, the hustler in me is not gonna let this marketplace exist without me. You know what I mean? And that's my take on this whole thing, because that's the personal struggle that we all got to go through. I think to sit here and say that, you know, I'm just 100%, like I got 150 beats, you know what I mean, and they're all great, and I'm never gonna let anybody hear them. You know why? Because I want to be great. Like, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that works for people. That shit don't work for everybody, because the industry is just like the NBA, bro. There's only a certain amount of starting point guards. You know, even if you want it so bad, you know, your taste might not line up with the gatekeeper's taste. And if your taste doesn't line up with the gatekeeper's taste, then you don't get through the fucking gate, bro. Straight up. But when you take down the gate and you can go on something like BeatStars and go directly to the artists who are also taking down the gate and putting their stuff up on SoundClick and YouTube, and they're not necessarily selling the songs for a profit, but yet they respect production enough to at least pay something, you know what I'm saying, and understand that they shouldn't be entitled to this beat exclusively just because they fucking rapped on it. You know, they're giving you that amount of respect. And you're giving them enough respect to make your banging catalog fucking available to them. You know what I mean? Then yeah, this marketplace exists. So we're gonna exist in this marketplace. I'm gonna sell in this marketplace. I think you guys should sell in this marketplace, but I don't think you should get lost in the sauce and like he's saying, and think that making tracks for up and coming rappers is a career. I don't think it is. It's a hustle. You can make money. You could definitely make money, but definitely with the money that you're making, consider putting some aside. If your hustle is right, consider putting some aside. And when you find that artist, you know what I mean, that you're like, yo, okay, this guy is this and this, we don't have, say you need to go, you need to get a couple 24-hour blocks of studio time at one of the best studios in town, so that you could really cut something right and get it mixed and mastered, and pay to go to South by Southwest and do the performances and go to this festival and that festival, or have a road budget or something like that. But put some it's like what he's talking about, giving back, you know what I mean? Put some inspirational intentions behind what you're doing. Do it with the idea that it's not just going to make you rich, but you're going to take what you're getting from this, pass it on to somebody else and help them, and then from there it's going to grow. That's basic law of attraction shit, and everybody in the music industry fucks with that shit. So yeah, man, that's my take on it, man. I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you to llmind for even bringing this thing up, and just starting such a provocative conversation, because I came into it feeling one way, and came out having a realization. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Did you read it? Do you think he's full of shit? Do you agree with him 100%? Do you think I'm full of shit? Let me know. Let's continue the discussion in the comments. This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio1Tutorials.com. Keep it simple, don't be basic, and we'll see you on